Hey everyone, so today I want to walk you through my minimalist iPhone setup, and I will just honestly say that I did not title this video like my distraction-free iPhone or anything like that because it wouldn't be truthful. I am still very much distracted by this iPhone. Please insert picture of how much time I still spend on social media. However, it is less distracting. Now that it is more simple and minimalist, my screen time has gone down. For the record, my screen time used to be somewhere around 9 hours a day. Don't judge me. But now it is coming in at like a solid 6 hours. So I won't be winning any awards or anything like that with these numbers, but it is better, it is progress, and that's what counts. So after some trial and error, this new setup has made my phone less like a black hole of distraction, but not quite just a paperweight. It is somewhere in the middle, and that's a good balance for me. This is what my phone used to look like, and I'm pulling up a picture of what my iPad currently looks like. So clearly I'm not rocking a minimalist iPad yet, but maybe one day, and this is just to give you an idea. So there's a lot of apps. They're organized in folders, but like not really. I don't remember where anything is, or there's no method to the madness. It's just pure chaos, and it's bad. It's bad. So with that in mind, this is what my iPhone looks like now. It's 2 pages of the essentials. It's pretty simple, and dare I say, aesthetically pleasing. And for today's video, I'm really just gonna walk you through the setup and kind of some of the decisions, or why I made certain decisions and decided to set it up this way. So I won't actually be talking too much about the apps, but if you do want a video where I walk you through some of my favorite iPhone apps that I'm using every day, let me know in the comments. So the first big thing I've leveraged in this new setup is the app library, or the app drawer. And this is something that's newer to the iPhone. It came out a couple years ago. I think it was with the iOS 14 release, but from my understanding, it's something that's been available on Android for a while, but better late than never. The app drawer is the best thing to kind of hide apps. So all these apps that I don't want to permanently delete and that I was just leaving on my home screen originally because I couldn't delete them or didn't want to delete them, now I can just move them to the app library where they're hidden, and I only go to them when I need them. If you want to move one of your apps to your app library, all you have to do is hold the app until you get this menu, and you can hit remove app. Don't worry, it's not going to delete the app, because now you see an option to remove from home screen. So it's not removing the app from your phone, it's just removing the app from your home screen and moving it to that app library. You may have noticed that on my first page, yes, there are still socials. You still see Instagram, Twitter, and now Threads, but you do not see TikTok. And yes, that one did not make the cut. So the second main thing I did was start using more widgets and stacks. And they are related in the sense that a stack is a collection of widgets, and a widget is just one standalone app, essentially. And it's basically a snapshot of information. So to set this up, again, you would hold your screen until it shakes at you. And in the top left, you'll see a plus button. With that, you can scroll and see all of the apps that are available as a widget, and just at the top you'll see smart stack. So that's how you can select a collection of widgets to create a stack. So at the top, my first stack is my fitness app, and clearly I've had quite a slow start to the day. But then I also have an overview of the month. So sometimes I just quickly want to look at the calendar to see how close we are to the end of the month. The visual representation just helps me. Then I do have a stack in the middle with the weather, my calendar, and my to-dos for the day. I would recommend keeping the amount of apps you put into a stack pretty small, just so that it's quickly accessible. Again, like one swipe up or one swipe down to see what you need to see, so that you're not just constantly like cycling through apps to see the information you want to find, if that makes sense. On the second page, then you'll see I have 2 widgets at the top. So these are just standalone widgets, quick access to podcasts and to Duolingo. And the Duolingo one is just great as a visual reminder that I have to complete a lesson today. And honestly, I attribute that visual reminder to my 170-day streak right now, because that's pretty awesome. And then I do have a stack in the middle. So with my notes, any deliveries I have coming up, screen time, because clearly I need to keep better track of that, and then my sleep. One thing I will say, and something I'm super excited for, is with the release of iOS 17 that's coming out in September or October, Apple is gonna give us the ability, thank you Apple, to finally interact with our widgets or with the apps in the widgets. Because right now, as it is, and I was pretty intentional with which apps I made a widget for exactly this reason, is when I click on a widget or when I want to like check off one of my to-dos, it opens the app. I can't just check it off within the widget. When iOS 17 does get released in a month or so, we will finally have the ability to interact with the apps within the widget. So now my phone is again set up pretty intentionally. It's easy to access what I'm looking for. I don't get lost in like TikTok or anything like that. But whenever I want to, or whenever I am looking for an app that isn't on my home pages, I can just slide over to the app library where you'll see a few different views. Apple will automatically sort your apps into different buckets or different folders, and I don't believe there's a way to change this, but it is pretty good. Or you can click into the app library search and actually see alphabetically a list of all your apps. So it's pretty easy when you are looking for something that's not on a homepage to find it. My favorite way, I guess, or what I think is the easiest way to search for an app when I actually remember the name of the app, that's a whole other story, is if you pull down from the middle of your screen to access the search function, you can just type in the app. So if I know I'm looking for TikTok, I'll just access the search, type in TikTok, and access it super quickly that way. Then I don't even have to go over to the app library. If you just tried your search function and it looked a little bit different than mine, that's because I've turned basically all the search functions off. So by default, when you go to the search function, you might see like your suggested apps or apps that you've used most recently. I didn't want that. So by going to settings, you can scroll down to Siri and search, and then you'll see before searching, I've turned off show suggestions and show recents. And that's why when I go to my search, it's pretty plain, it's pretty basic. Anyway, let me know what you think of my setup. If there's an app that you're shocked is not on one of my first 2 pages, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to defend my choices. No, I'm just kidding. But I do hope you found some inspiration from this video and you make your phone a little bit less distracting, but not too much, just a little bit. Anyways, have a nice day. Bye.